Hello and welcome to another episode of Tech Fanatic Official, your guide to the cryptoverse. Today I'm gonna talk about a very app coin. It's gonna also launch on DAO Maker. So if you could just go quickly through it, it's a project that's launched in November 2018. It's the largest commission platform in Japan. It's got 113,000 native creators. So artists, manga artists and creators, and it's now having 2 million users, so people who order, who want to use the product. And it's now giving the governance token for the project in the blockchain space. So it actually is something that's already live and making revenue. So the largest creator commission platform that's currently existing in Japan. And they have a growth of 10 to 20% per month, which is what makes them quite unique. So it has also recorded 1,000% or 1,000x adoption growth in the curve that they have. So when they commenced in December 2018, and nothing to do with crypto, and for this one, it's just their product, they had 28,000 users. Now, after 3 years, that's 2.23 million. So from 28,000 to 2 million, you can see how many X is that. In terms of the requests that they had for the work, it was initially 1.17 1,000. Now is 900K. So 900x in terms of the number of requests that they have on a monthly basis. Accepted request is also gone from 500 to 610,000. Transaction volume used to be 5,000 yen. Now it's 7.1 billion yen, and yen is around $1 is around 100 yen. So divide that by 100, that's giving you around what, 7.1. Insane thinking about the transaction volume they have per month. So it's a platform already used, grown significantly. And for you, if you're not familiar with the market in Japan, they have a huge popular market for creative industry like manga, different type of art. It's a $25 billion industry just in Japan itself. And what it does, this project, it basically gives an opportunity to the creators to monetize and distribute their art as a wealth generation opportunity, right? So if you go, for example, to the tool, these are all the design that they have, and they have the popular creators that they have different artwork, for example. I'm just showing you a random one. Don't tell me why you're doing it. Some of them might be, what they call it, like hentai or stuff. But they have the genre artwork, for example, recommended is 14,000 yen to invest, and the detail that they have and how they're accepting the payment, right? The types as well that they have. So you have all these artists, and then you want to buy their art. Maybe you want to use it as a gift, or you want to use it as a design for your product, or you want to make an animation or whatever. They even have voice or VTuber, voice for your animation, or text, anything that you need an artist to work on. Think of it as Upwork or Fiverr, for example, but for manga art. Whether it's a voiceover for a animation, whether it's a art, whether it's a video, whether it's a music, for the project, and a little bit more about the key differentiator, right? So as I mentioned, they have 2 million users now. What makes them unique is they have actually built a platform and stream. And how does the coin going to work? We should jump in to understand the token a little bit more. So the token utility, the token itself, and why are they coming to crypto? So the token that they're going to have, Scapecoin, is basically going to facilitate transaction between the creators and the fans. So users can use this token for other forms of payment, especially in Japan, it's very cash basis. They can use the Scapecoin as a mutual exchange of value based on the value that the Scapecoin going to have. And it's going to be using Ethereum, ERC20 Ethereum, as it's the safest blockchain in the space, even though it has a higher gas fee. And you will burn the Scapecoin as well if you. So you can use this as a instant payment for low cost. Here is also more explanation. It's a long one. I'm not gonna go through the whole thing, but basically token is gonna be by the artist. There's gonna be a burning mechanism as a standard feature. There's gonna be an instant payment to the users as well. So basically, Scale is going to increase the value of the token and at the same time by the burning mechanism. And also the fans can contribute to the economy by holding and being part of that. So the value of Scale is going to improve with the Scale coin, and also it's gonna collaborate. You can make the bill splitting, because then you have different people providing token. It doesn't have to come from one credit card. It could come from two blockchain, for example, to make the payment, right? And they're gonna try to resolve the payment problem that they are feeling now with the on-ramp payment solution that they have. Also, having a smart contract gives an assurance as a escrow for the transaction, because as you know, smart contract is developed as a way to guarantee, for example, payment between purchaser A to purchaser B, right? Or giver to receiver, and having Scale is gonna help with that. Now, you might ask that what's the revenue generation for the project? So the revenue stream for Scapecoin is quite simple. They have the transactions on platform, and what the transactions happen in a platform between payer and receiver, 5 to 10% of each transaction is going to be charged as a fee. That's going to be a revenue. So this revenue stream is going to be for the Scapecoin, and piece of the marketing strategy also, that's something I'm going to cover in the social media and marketing section. Now, the technologies that the Scale also use is something that is Ethereum smart contract, so ERC20. They're going to use VR and AR because the art is going to also be included in the sort of metaverse projects. The commission platform, mobile app, and illustration is also the other activities that they're going to use for this project. So this is the unique differentiator or what they have, and you haven't seen in other projects. Having that artwork, having so many users and so many utility. Every day I'm seeing a lot of projects being launched, and unfortunately they are giving you the promise of what do the numbers here. So you can check in my previous videos how many projects you've seen with actual number of users, actual number of requests and transactions, right? So this is what is differentiating here. A live platform, something that you can actually use and see how it's working. And this is why I think it's gonna get a lot of traction, because they're already making revenue, and the Scapecoin is just an addition and expansion to what they're doing. In terms of the token utility, so I already touched on some of that, but to give you a further detail, the token is going to be used as a buyback mechanism. So obviously, as I said, the token you think split, and also holding that token is going to give you a share of the revenue. So the more that the service is being used, there's going to be more, which is a deflationary part of the token. There's going to be staking for the users. So if you're a user, you're going to be staking your token in the smart contract, and that's going to give you a higher share in the pool when they're receiving the profits, because you're part of the economy, right? And obviously there's a lockup period. So if you're on staking earlier, there's going to be a penalty for you, and that penalty is then going to benefit other users. They have a simple diagram as well here. So they have the buyback mechanism, lockup, staking, and the burning for the Scapecoin. And obviously, the more vibrant, the more active the community is, the better for everyone in the economy, because then they're going to have more transactions and more utilization of the token. So that's pretty much the utility that they have. And you basically are going to have a share. This is the better picture. I was trying to find the more zoomed in one. So ecosystem income, transaction fees, merchandise, token value as a DAO. You can have treasury tokens, you have buyback, staking, and burning, and then they have the deflation as well. So they have multiple ways to ensure that there's an income for you. As this is a platform, like think of it as OpenSea, for example, and how they would have fees. I mean, they don't have the token yet, but this is a different one. This is more of a Web2 platform that's coming to Web3 and already has 2 million users. In terms of the tokenomics, the token is going to be on ERC20 in Ethereum. Total supply 19% for ecosystem reserve. There's going to be 19% for liquidity and staking. So liquidity for centralized exchange and exchange listing and DEX, and then staking for rewards. There's going to be found for the team. Seed round raised 8%, advisors 8%, private 6%, strategic round 3%, and public round is 2%. Now, this is the inflation chart. And before going to that, I would like to talk about the pricing for the token. So the project at a fully diluted value is $32 million. The token ticker is called SKEP. And if we go to the token metrics here, you can see that cents, which is a seed round, 10% release on TGE, 3 months cliff, and then 21 months vesting. All the rounds have a similar actually vesting mechanism. So all the rounds have aligned their vesting, and the price between seed and public is about, let's say, 40% different. So it's not like a massive difference between seed. Strategic private is almost the same anyway as the public round. But for the seed round, you've got a difference of, let's say, 30 to 40% to the public round. 30 to 40%. And that's not a huge difference. And that's probably why there's a release of the tokens on TGE for everyone at the same amount. The project raised a total, as you can see, of that's 2 million here and 2 million here. That's 4 million, 4 and 1, $5.6 million was raised. Total raise that they had, which is pretty impressive. So that's going to give them a lot of money for liquidity. And that's why the generation event given the market. Because if you look at here, there's going to be a total release here, just 466 million. So that's if you multiply that, that's around 1/20th of the total valuation. So that's around the 1.5 million or 1.4 million initial market cap. But given that the liquidity is going to be really high and they're going to have a listing, that's quite acceptable. And then the vesting is quite good, and they're locking the tokens for team for an extended period of time. And remember, they're generating revenue right now with the project, and it's not like they totally have a dependency on the tokenomics here. So that was the information about the tokenomics. In terms of the team, so the founder is from the Department of Informatics in the Kida University in Japan, and later on he worked for a few companies and then made the SKEP in 2018. It launched at end of November 2018, and it operates, as I said, on commission for the fans to request illustrations, manga, novels, and other works for a fee from the freelance artists. And they're going to work with Terangam as a tech company to help them with the blockchain computerization. And they also have Alan Turing, which is the person, if you know the Enigma movie, they came from that. So it's the famous cryptographic in the history. It's a good movie, actually, if you watch the Enigma movie about the guy about the World War II. And of course, DAO Maker is the sole launchpad that's going to launch the project, and they are the partner for this. Now, also be worth having a look at the roadmap. So for the roadmap, they already have a live product. So it's not like they really need to have a roadmap for the product, but in Q3, which is now, end of August, beginning of September, they're going to have the IDO on DAO Maker. They're going to have the listing after that immediately. They're gonna have the instant payment in the community based on utilization of that. And then in 2023, they're gonna have the Skeb on mobile. They're gonna have some features I just mentioned for the coin. And then they're gonna have the Skeb rolled out next year for other countries, because now it's Japan based. They're gonna bring Skeb into other countries as well. And after that, they're gonna be focusing on the metaverse as well. So that's why they're gonna have Skebverse, because Skeb currently is focusing on traditional content, but they're gonna be the first mover for augmented reality, virtual reality, and they're gonna be, providing that service to projects if they want to hire freelance in this space. And metaverse is gonna grow more and more. And also the mobile, as I mentioned, it's gonna be synced to the Web3 wallet. So these are the use cases that they're gonna have. Now, in terms of the social media for the project, they have both Japan and English community. So in the Japan community, the project is very well known, actually. It's got 41,000 followers. You can even go to their Japanese website. They have a support. They have a quick guide. They have a beta on how to use it. They're quite active in the Japanese. And now, because of the IDO being on an international platform called DAO Maker, they're going to have it in English as well. So this actually grew from few hundred people to 3,000 people in a matter of few days. So that's pretty impressive. They grow their Telegram as well. I think they need to have a bit more focus on non-Japanese, but I'm quite familiar with Japan, that they usually focus in their own environment first for better success, and then grow further on. But that's why, I'm doing this video, for example, to give you the information. So they're working actively on the marketing side to have it internationally known. In terms of the IDO, as you know, it's going to happen on DAO Maker. I usually don't cover videos during the time that DAO Maker has the SHO, because there's strongholder offering and public strongholder offering. So the SHO is for the DAO Maker token holders, but because I want to share community with an opportunity to participate in the IDO without even holding the token for Skeb, for DAO Maker, I usually talk about the public round. So the strongholder offering is already ended, but registration for public rounds already started now. So if you want to participate in the IDO on DAO Maker with the token metrics I just described, registration is open to anyone who has a wallet and their wallet has $1,000 or more worth of token in their account. Registration is now open. Today is the 30th of August, and it's going to close on the 1st of September. So you still have a couple of days. And to participate, you go to the DAO Maker website, you select Skepcoin, you select the public SHO, make sure you select the public SHO, you connect your wallet, and by connecting the wallet, I've connected my wallet, and you basically go and complete the task. So you register. If you have $1,000 worth of tokens, it already shows you're registered, right? And I just started registering, so that's why my point is not very high. It's showing that $91 million is already connected, 2,000 people, and I have 47% chance of winning at least one ticket, which is a $100 allocation. And you will have social points. So if you spend points on social media, this is for the DAO Hub. If you go to the DAO Hub and join their social media group, you can get more points. Referral score is if you refer people to use to join the DAO Maker IDO with your referral, you get points here, and those points gonna get accumulated for you here to get higher chance to participate. You get points for how much money you're holding in your wallet. That's why I have some points. And Twitter following gives you even more points. So this is how, and this is the referral milestone that they have. So this is how you can, get a higher amount of chance to participate. So, if you want to spend some money, as a minimum, they have allocation of $100 for the DAO people, and the maximum allocation is $3,300. For public, for us, $100 minimum, maximum $1,000. So if you want to have higher chance or higher ticket numbers, you just need to register your name. And as you know, DAOmaker IDOs are usually giving you a good return. I'm gonna share the link as well on my channel for my referral, and that's gonna help you boost your chance if you participate. So that's something I can offer to this community as well. Now, DAOmaker is gonna launch the project, and IDO is gonna finish so the registration finished 1st of September, and by the 2nd and 3rd of September, they're gonna finish the whole IDO. Token generation event, I haven't got the full information, but I think it's around 8th or 9th of September, you're gonna have the token generation event. So you don't have to wait too long as well for this market. You can actually participate and get the first 10% of your token within the next 7 days. It's gonna list on a centralized exchange. I don't know the name of the exchange yet. That's for the team to confirm before the launch. And yeah, they already have, as you saw, they have a liquidity amount of 19% for the project. If you go back again to see the detail, you can see here that they having 19% for liquidity. And even if you come here, from that 400 million tokens being released, you can see that 25% is liquidity. So they're adding a lot of liquidity for this to make sure there's a lot of buy pressure basically for the project. As you can see, the liquidity addition here is the highest amount of the token being released among everything else. In terms of how I feel about the project, the market is very bad. I can't lie, it's not the greatest market right now, but I'm shifting my focus to invest in a project that's actually having a monetary value, actually revenue generating, and it's something that people long term can benefit. So you can go to their website, you can verify the number of users, social media, how they're being used, how much revenue generation is happening. So if they have a transaction volume of $71 million and they're charging a 5% fee, let's say 10% is 7.1 million and 5% is $3 million. If they have $3 million of revenue per month, I don't think they're gonna struggle in this business, especially that the business is a Web 2 business coming to Web 3. So it's much better than the usual, move to earn projects or GameFi projects. So I strongly think they're gonna do well, but do your own research. This is not a financial advice for you. This is just what I feel about a project with a real utility. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel, put comments if you have any questions about how to participate in this IDO, and share the link with other friends that you have. I always appreciate you watching my videos. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you.